Today we're reacting to Ending of Evil Folks. Free my dog Bill Feezy, you know what it is, man. Another Bill Feezy video. I told y'all these were gonna be right back in the rotation on this channel. Y'all showed out on the last one, so make sure y'all keep showing love. Make sure y'all pull up to Bill's channel and show love, bruh. And make sure y'all pull up to the Twitch. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I stream about 5-6 p.m. And that means today I will be pulling up to stream. So come rock out. That means said, let's get into it. Let's do it. This was actually one of the most requested videos right here. The Ending of Evil Folks. It's an hour long, especially with how I'm talking. You know, we put Bill at 1.25, but it's a longer one. So let's just sit back, relax. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little bit of something to snack on. You know, some drink. You feel me? And let's enjoy a good video with one another, bruh. Let's get into it. I'm getting comfortable now, man. I hear a great storyteller get his shit off, man. Free my nigga Bill. Let's do it.
What up, though, y'all? What up, though? It's your boy Bill. I'm not reading no comments today. I'm just about to go straight through the story because the comments be distracting me sometimes.
No, that's right. Oh, we're gonna get to where he's up.
You know, this is therapeutic for me. Before I even get into the story, I just want to tell y'all, if you have not followed that other channel, Storytime with Bill, go check it out. What I was trying to tell y'all yesterday, but my signal was messing up because it was storming real bad. Hold on. My signal was messing up because it was storming real bad, and I don't know if y'all understood what I was saying, but all I was saying was I had randomly thought about my last Chain Gang game victim, and I reached out to her, and I apologized. I asked her, I hope you forgive me.
Wow, that's a real nigga.
The couple hundred back that I finessed her out of 5 years ago,
wow,
plus $200.
Wow,
and I just told her
okay.
Merry Christmas, hope you forgive me. I told her I was just young, immature. I was in my, I was in a state of survival.
Wow, wow.
I just wanted the money. I didn't care how it came or who I offended or whose mouth I took out of. I just wanted it. And when I said, I hope you forgive me, she said, I honestly do. And I appreciate you for being a man of your word. And that was
a real nigga right there.
What up, though, y'all? It's your boy, Bill. So, big bruh, and for those of you who know, whenever I say big bruh, I'm speaking of, I feel like there's light too blue on my face. I'm gonna turn one of these off because that's just.
Go ahead, get right, brother. Go ahead.
You know, in a higher positioning over what it is that we used to run with. Yeah. So big bruh called a meeting one day. He calls a meeting. Everybody get in there. He looking dead serious. He say, "Hey, y'all remember what happened last year, right?" So everybody looking around like, "Shit, a whole lot of stuff happened last year. The hell you talking about?" He say, "No, I'm talking about with evil folks." So now everybody like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to.
Every time this nigga Evil Folks come up in a story, bruh, this nigga he's living up to his name.
To see what's the relevance of this now. Evil Folks ain't been in this dorm for years. He's still at this prison. He's on what the hell he was on? Evil Folks was on the tier program. So he's still in his dorm. I mean, not this dorm. He's still in this prison. But what that got to do with anything now? Dude was like, well, shit, you know, I put that paperwork in on him. We reached out to him and told him, don't come back out the hole. Stay back there till he transfer. He booked. He actually said he's supposed to be coming out the hole any day now. We told him, don't come out here screaming GD. He booked. He said he GD to the day he died. And he don't give a damn about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So he like, I already let everybody know in every dorm on the compound, if he come into your dormitory, smash him on sight. It ain't no talking. It ain't no nothing. We pop him. So he talking, saying what he's saying. Now, the last situation Evil Folks had going on, he got to stabbing it out with some people about, he was wrong though. It was some gambling. He owed somebody his shoes or something like that. They ended up stabbing each other out in the room. Bruh told us, don't go down there. Whoever go down there in violation. It was about 4 of us that went down there. 2 of them transferred. There's only 2 of us left. We both went to the hole, but we both ended up coming back. We only stayed in the hole like a month. The man looks at me, you, and points to me and point to lil' bro and say, y'all get ready for y'all violation. So, bro don't say nothing. So I'm like, violation? Violation for what? He was like, shit, that violation you supposed to been got. When y'all disrespected my, what he said? When y'all disrespected my directive and tried to go down there and assist that man anyway. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that, bro. He like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, it's been a year It's been a whole year. Even if I was wrong, you're not finna sit here and tell me I'm about to take a violation, folks, for something that I did a year ago when I have been back in this dorm with you for over 10 months now. There's no way you finna try to do that. This stuff got time stamps on it. You can't just do nothing like that. So he was like, all right, we're gonna see. So he looked at bro, he like, what's up, what you gonna do? Bro dropped his head. I'm gonna just take my violation, bro. I'm gonna just take my violation. So I'm looking at bro, like, I'm explaining to bro. I'm telling him, like, bro, you don't got to do that. I'm telling him in front of all these folks. So bro get done with the meeting, everybody flush out the room. He like, bro, y'all go tighten up, get y'all stuff ready, pull it back up here. So I look at him, I'm like, bro, I'm not playing, bro. I'm not taking a violation. That don't count like that, bro.
My nigga Bill don't be going. I fuck with that. That nigga is not going. He like, no, hell no. That's not the rules, bro. Nigga, hell no. That's like you get in trouble for some shit. Well, nah, hold on, because if you're in the free world, that's gonna get shot in about a year. That's like your dog. That's like you come home, right? And you been gone all day. And your dog sit on the floor early in the morning. You know, you ain't noticed it. Full day go by. The dog done forgotten some more shit. And you just start beating the shit out of your dog. Now, have I done that? Yeah, I went to work, you know. Might even forgot to do some shit where some vital shit that I needed to do. You feel me? But that don't mean, like, that dog don't know what the fuck you beating him for. That was before I learned shit like that. That I would do something like that. But, you know, that's what it is. It's like, nigga, this was so long ago, bro. This shit just feel like, now just feel like you just being a dickhead.
It does not count like that. It don't work like that. He like, all right, say less. He was just too calm about it. He was like, all right, say less. So I go to a little bro room who finna get the violation. He changing his shirt, putting his shoes on. I'm like, folks, what is you doing? He was like, bro, I'm gonna just take my violation, bro. I don't want no issues, bro. I don't want nothing. I don't want no smoke, bro. It is what it is. I'm like, bro, that was over a year ago. This man just trying it now, bro. He's like, yeah, but I don't want to be looked at like a scary ass nigga, you feel me? I'm like, how? He's like, bro, if I turn down a violation in front of a bunch of brothers, it's just gonna make me look like I'm scared of conflict. It's gonna make it look like I'm really scared of, you know what I'm saying? I'm scared to fight or something. I'm like, bro, they know you not scary. They know you. They know how you coming. You done been handled situations before, so who gonna say you scary? Who gonna feel like you scary? Anything like that? So like, bro, I'm just telling you my reasons for why I ain't finna do it. You know what I'm saying? While we talking, he like, yeah, this big bro, he slide in. He like, all right, look, how about this? I got something for y'all. Either y'all take the violation, or when evil folks come down here, if he come in this dorm, it's y'all job. Y'all responsible. Pop him, get him up out of here.
Damn!
I'm going talking over, bro. I'm like, bro, why would you put that on us? Why would you assign that to us? He like, I'm saying, you had like, you don't want to handle business. I'm like, bro, I don't mind handling business, but the business I handle, number one, got to make sense. And number two, it got to make sense. I'm like, bro, you talking about, you trying to send somebody at somebody that, number one, you know is retarded all the way.
Yeah.
Like, he probably would take it there. Like,
yeah.
Like somebody might die type situation. Even if evil folks wasn't a person that was crazy like that, when I was in position, bro, and unfortunately I did have to make calls sometimes to have things done to people, I always pick people that I know has a life sentence in the prison to do.
Right,
I always pick people that I know ain't never getting out no way. I never pick nobody that's finna go home next year, or they got 2 years left to go post somebody out with the candy bar. That just don't sit right with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to explain this to him. He's not hearing it. He's like, well, shit, all right, can't get the violation. I'm like, bro, I'm not taking no violation. He was like, all right, say less. He told her, bro, he said, come on. So I go out there, I stand on the range and top in front of Brotto. He go in there. I see 3 more guys flushing there. It's quiet in there. Quiet for a minute. I hear them make a loud noise, and then I hear, brrr. I go down there and walk over there. It's another brother standing outside the door. I look through the door, bro. When I look through the door, it pissed me off, bro. Cause look, bro, is little, man. He was little, bro. And some of them guys, they wasn't not big and swole, but they wasn't just no little guys neither. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing them just punching all on the man. Some of these guys wasn't even in this dorm last year when this stuff happened. They don't even know what was going on. They just following whatever, you know, somebody say. So it pissed me off so bad, bro. I went to thinking. I said, you know what? I might run in here and catch this with these folks. Just on the strength of, number one, bro being so cool, calm, and collective about it, talking about, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So it's like, I see you got the rest of these guys in here brainwashed. So it's like, shit, ain't no telling what you might try to do to me if I don't come in here and do it. That's number one. And number two, I really want to get a little get back for bro, because bro, they in here beating his ass, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he trying to fight back or whatever, but bro, he's just not performing. He's just not performing, bro.
Yeah.
And I know I would have went in there and performed. So I'm really sitting here trying to debate, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to give Big Bro the benefit, not the benefit of the doubt, but I don't want to give him the satisfaction to be able to say, yeah, if y'all in here, tap that like button for your boy. You can push it out and let all the other members know we live. I don't want to give Big Brother satisfaction to be able to say, oh yeah, you see, CB act like he was bucking a violation.
But look how I got on him.
I didn't want to give him that, but at the same time, like I say, bro, I'm looking at how they swinging on little bro, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit, bro. And I'm just sitting there thinking, contemplating. Next thing you know, they stopped the door swing open. When the door swing open, little bro come walking out, man, he knotted up, he bleeding, his damn eye looked like a bee done stung him 156 times. And I looked in there at them, and Big Bro was dapping them all up. They're right. All this type of stuff. And I was just like, bro, fuck it.
But do
I
it.
snatched my shirt off. Went in the room.
Let's do it.
When I went in the room, one of them was like, hold on. So Big Bro turned around. He didn't see me coming in there. So he's smiling now. He moved back over here to the sink where he was standing at when Lil Bro was in here getting violated. He's standing like in the corner of the sink. I come in, you got the toilet right here, you got the 2 bunk beds pushed that way, you got the 2 locker boxes right here, you got the 3 guys, one like on the box, one in the middle, one like leaning up against the bed. I could tell their ass out of breath too. So I'm like, all right, come on, let's do it. Come on, let's get the violation out of the way, let's do it, come on, let's do it. So bro who outside the door, he closed the door. One of them say, hold on, hell no, but we gotta rotate. No, ain't no goddamn rotate. So what the rotate means is, a new batch of people comes in here. No, hell no. I don't need no 3 niggas that's just as energized as me. I need you 3 tired niggas. The only way the whole rotating thing works anyway is if, let's just say for instance, you got 3 people that got an issue with me, and all 3 people say I want to fight CBL. So I go in there and fight one on them. And then I might be too tired, or I might be a little hurt, or whatever. Y'all still finna fight, but it might not be me. One of my guys might step up and say, hell no, but we're gonna rotate. I'm gonna come in here for him. But when it's 3-on-1, you're not rotating, bro. It's too many of y'all.
Come on, man. Damn.
It's too many of y'all. It's too many of y'all to be talking about some damn rotating. I need y'all 3. Same way y'all just punching on little bro and all that, bro.
A 3-on-1.
Like I say, bro, I ain't saying I'm goddamn.
Not too many niggas could say they ever. Not too many niggas can say they been on a 3-on-1.
Nothing but y'all not finna do me that way. And y'all niggas tired. And y'all been hitting each other because the room's so little, so y'all might be a little injured too. And I'm fresh with it. Oh yeah, let's do it. What my boy Joe T be saying? Any day. So Big Bro like, nah, let's do it. Hold on, let me start the clock. Hold on, he had a little clock. I think we went in there for like 60 seconds. Man, he started the clock, and we went at it. We handled business. They asses was tired. One of them was trying to grab me. Wasn't none of that going on. So the 60 seconds was over with. We coming out. I'm really mad as hell at Big Bro. I go around to the little bro room, hollering at him. He over there trying to get himself together. He bleed. I'm like, bro, the only reason I went in there because I seen how them folk were doing you. I said, if I wouldn't have seen that, bro, I would have bucked. I would have been ready to buck on the whole situation and whatever the outcome of it, bro, that's just what the outcome would have been, bro. So, he was like, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I just wanted to straighten my face. And then I was just trying to explain to him, like, it don't work like that, bro. It's time stamps on stuff. People can't just violate you for something that happened a long time ago. It is this shit like the law. It is a statute of limitations on any offense, damn near. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yeah, for sure. I'm just so blowed at Big Bro that he even pulled that stuff because I know for a fact he knows better than that. You know what I'm saying? I know this for a fact. Later on,
must have been bored that day.
Before the sun started to go down, you got people coming from ID with the big cart and the CERT team walking down this way. Somebody at the window who was standing down there at the window looking, screaming, evil folks, that's evil folks out there. Look, y'all, that evil folks. They were screaming at all the GDs, took off running down there by the window. I think I'm damn near the only one didn't go down there, bro. Came out the room, I was just leaning up against that rail. I see all them going down there. He went in the dorm next door. So dude, called another little meeting like, all right, I'm gonna have to, you feel me? All y'all better goddamn be on point, type stuff, whatever the case is. So now it's like 2 or 3 people done said little comments like, shit, bro, man, that bitch supposed to been got handled, ain't it? Yeah, we got to handle it now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now he like, damn, bro, what y'all got going on? Y'all niggas like y'all scared to handle the business or something? I don't know, bro. It's so many ways to look at it. So I don't really know. I still wasn't feeling big, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Cause that was just too lame what he did. Now I'm not trying to justify. Well, am I trying to justify? Well, anyway, very next morning, they called breakfast. I purposely leave out. When I step outside, even folks standing at the window, I already knew he was gonna be. I looked around to make sure wasn't none of these guys out here with me.
Yeah.
Wasn't none of them out here. It was just some other people coming out here. And I went over there to the window. I said, what's up, bro? You good? He said, hell yeah, man. These niggas ain't talking about nothing. They gonna tell me last night I got to get on the dope. He said, man, I told him. You talking about big bro? I was like, hell yeah. He said, keep a G with me, G. He got down. He plotting on me. And he trying to have y'all work one on me. And I looked around again. I said, hell yeah. He said, I already know it. I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna come over there. So I was like, shit.
He's trying to keep it real. They trying to get me, huh? Yeah, hell yeah. Cause I remember Bill even saying like he ain't fuck with evil folks like that, but like they seem to have had convos and somewhat cool and some more shit like at times, but he ain't fully fuck with them because of that wild ass shit that he used to be beyond shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. Eventually go up the walk, go on about my business, go to breakfast. Bro, about the time I came back from breakfast, approximately 30, 40 minutes later, evil folks in the dorm dragging his property to the steps, trying to walk up the steps. It's the guys in here looking crazy. They looking spooked. When I say spooked, they are looking spooked. Ain't nobody did nothing to evil folks. Big bro came out the room. Evil folks got to the top of the steps, dropped his property, casually walked down there. He was like, walking a little funny, like slick with a little limp. I know he probably had something on him. He's walking casually down there, stood next to Big Bro on the rail, sat there for about 10 minutes talking to him. Big Bro went in his room, came back out with a Chris Brown CD. Came back out here with a Chris Brown CD, gave it to Evil Folk. Evil Folk rolled it up right there and lit it up, and they just finished talking. Now, you sat here doing all this talking.
Yeah.
Talking about it's people scared of Evil Folk. Evil Folk got to get smashed on sight. And you sitting right here talking to him, kicking it with him, giving him Chris Brown CDs. So either you the one scared of evil folk for real, or you trying to play the mind games and just use your puppets. You trying to use your puppets and make everybody else get their hand dirty, but you ain't finna get your hand dirty. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it seemed like. It seemed like, I think as a little mixture of both, because if it was him and evil folks in one room, the way he moving, it would be a sad day for that nigga. He would not be very happy about that shit.
They get done talking. I'm standing in front of the rail in my room, by my room. Evil folk come down there. We go to chop it up. He asked me about his roommate. What type of person is his roommate? Because that dude, he had been in prison for about 5 or 6 months. And I was just telling him it was a white guy. I'm like, shit, he cool. He seems straight. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he don't be having nothing going on. He just be cool and quiet, mind his own business and stuff like that. Like, okay, cool. So, what's happening now, bro, for like the next week? Every time evil folks is like sleep, or every time evil folks is got tissue in the door, used in the bathroom, big bro Slick had these little side meetings where like he trying to call people together and talk to people about stuff got to do with evil folks or this and that to evil folks. And one day, bro, I just decided to go ask him because I'm like, bro, people doing all this back and forth. You know, 1 minute you said this gonna happen. I've been told you I'm not gonna do it, but 1 minute you say this gonna happen, then you turn around, you cool with him. He been in the dorm for a week. You know what I'm saying? So I go down and I say, hey, bro, straight? He said, who? I say, evil. He straight? He said, man, hell no, he ain't straight. He said, well, matter of fact, I guess he is. I guess he is after this. I'm like, what you mean after this? He said, bro, I G alone for I G wrong. Hey, I done got hot as hell. I gotta turn on this AC. You know, I do my own thing because y'all don't want to do the right thing. So I'm like, what the hell you mean by that? He like, bro, I been told y'all what the play was. I'm like, what's the play? He said, you and little bro supposed to be handling that business.
was looking at my nigga Bill face. No, that's how you know. So that's what?
Oh, nigga, now you want to try to switch it up and put it on me and Lil Bro.
Right.
You said either we take a violation or we handle business. I told you off the dribble that wasn't going to happen, but I took the violation. So that automatically takes me out of the do something to evil folk equation.
Right. That nigga a hoe. I ain't gonna lie. He a hoe for that.
I'm glitching.
That nigga a hoe for that.
Let me know. I'm straight now. It's just lagging a little. Y'all want me to just keep going? Cause y'all... I'm like, nah, you said take the violation or do something to evil folks. We both took the violation. So there should be nothing you talk about, go do nothing to nobody. So he like, bro, you can just let the rest of them brothers know, as of about 10 minutes ago, I'm straight. You feel me? I'm doing my own thing. I done already put my own paperwork in, so it just is what it is. So
what? Nigga, you go tell him, nigga, you the head nigga.
You know, I go out here and tell him. So they make a few calls. People call around just to see, come find out. He was dead serious. He talked to the people that run the board and told them that, you know, we so insubordinate and this and that, you know, he don't want this positioning. He's still G, but he's just doing his own thing. He don't want to have nothing to do with the structure. He want to be taken off of the structure.
Wow.
So now they in here trying to figure out who is going to be damn near like the leader of us in this dorm. And every time somebody agree for this person or that person, it always be like, man, hell no. They always find a reason to not let this person or that person have that position. So then it just comes to a point like, shit, we just thugging for a minute.
Word.
And bro, this dormitory became what they call the Thunderdome. I mean, it wasn't good to begin.
That nigga quit.
With, but it became terrible, bro. It became probably one of the worst dorms on the compound, bro. Because I mean, as far as the guys I was with, because there was no structure, bro. It was no structure. It was nobody to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, y'all don't do that. Y'all tripping. Chill out. It was no structure. You know what I'm saying? Evil folks approaches me while I'm standing on the rail one day, frowned up, looking crazy. Now y'all know evil folks usually smiling, bro. No matter how serious the situation is, they man be smiling. He said, man, I thought I'm finna do something to my roommate, G. I'm like, wow, what the hell your roommate done did to you? He said, man, that man gay as hell, man. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, well, now, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about a person being gay. In prison, I probably would have no form of, you know, no contact with you, wouldn't talk to you. Probably none of that because, you know, I just know how the politics go. And I know that people is just stupid, bro. And they try to put stuff on your name and do stuff to you about that. Even on the streets, I just don't see me, you know, just hanging out and kicking it and stuff like that. But it's different here, bro. Like, I had somebody on my management team a couple months back. And you know, he was fruitier than a bag of Skittles. Nobody had no problem with him, though. It was never an issue. It was never looked upon like, man, get that gay ass nigga out the office, bro. It was never nothing like that, bro. This man done called my phone 2 o'clock in the morning before trying to tell me something about something got to do with the business. And shit, you know, like, it was never an issue. So it's different in jail, though. People, you know, that's not like that in the prison, bro. It's just crazy how they how they look at it or whatever. So he like, man, that man gay as hell. So I'm like, hi, what you mean? The man pull out his phone. He say, bro, I let the nigga use my phone. I walk in one day, I tell him, let me see my phone. I need to do something. I go to my text. He said, I'm getting ready to shoot out a text. And then you know how if a message, you would get ready to send it, but it didn't send, so you can see it right there in the message box. So I'm like, yeah. He say, man, that nigga texting somebody talking about, I can't wait to get out. I can't wait for you to play with my thighs and my nipples. He like, bro, what kind of nigga want a motherfucker to play with their thighs and their nipples? I say, well, even folks, listen, bro. That don't necessarily, I mean, I think that's what you call maybe kinky, maybe fetishes or whatever the case. I said, that doesn't really define a person as gay. You know, him and his old lady probably on some freaky type stuff. He's like, nah, I called the number back 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Ain't nobody answer. I'm trying to see if it's a girl or not. I was like, well, bro, to be honest, I don't know. I just don't see why. If you let somebody use your phone and they're texting somebody, it don't matter what they texting them, as long as they not disrespecting your phone, having no crazy pictures inside your phone and that. I don't even see why you tweaking for real. You know what I'm saying? But I think naked men and you know what I'm saying? Like he like that's
other than that, just kind of like this nigga. I don't know what the fuck this nigga on.
He just
And what if he was playing the chain gang game? They done let a few niggas get away with playing chain gang game with niggas.
Big shout out to Jordan Park. I think he's just damn near bloodthirsty, bro. Evil Folks is an evil little diabolical little bastard. And I think too much time went of him, you know, maybe not doing nothing crazy to nobody, and he just wanted to do something. He like, man, hell, I can't wait for you to play and lick on my thighs and my nipple. He was like, you know what? I can even understand the nipple aspect. I can understand that, but your thighs? You want a nigga, you want somebody to play with your thighs and your nipples? He was like, hell no, boy, you gotta get up out my room. You can't be in my room. You can't be in my room. So I'm like, let me holler at him. Let me try to see if I can convince him to move out your room or whatever. So he like, I don't give a damn what you do. He got to get up out of there. So I go in there. You know, this is a little white guy. I go in there. I'm talking to him. I ask him to move out the room. He buck. I offered to pay him to move out the room. He said he don't want to go nowhere because he got a good spot made in his room. I left out the room, bro. At that point, I was starting to get tired, bro.
That's right.
I think the next day rolled around, bro.
Bill a real nigga. He be trying to save motherfuckers,
A Clipper
bro.
Shave came in there. Now, I'm going to tell you what was funny. Not funny, but when I knew something was funny. Evil Folks was outside on the ranch. His roommate comes in the room the same time Clipper Shave coming in the dorm. Now, Clipper Shave is for the people that don't make it to the barbershop, or sometimes they don't want to run the real barbershop because it's just too much movement got to happen for people to go to the barbershop. They got to get groups of people, take them here. They got to make sure these dorm ain't out there with them. So in case anybody got beef, don't nobody get hurt. So sometimes they got a portable big box where all the clippers and stuff go, and they'll just come into the dorm, and the barbers will cut your hair right there. They let you get stuff, shave with, clean yourself up real quick. I'm walking down this way towards where Evil Folks standing there. I see his roommate shooting the room. The man say, hey, G, I stop over there with him. I said, what's up? He said, hey, do me a favor. I said, what's up? He said, go down there and get the fingernail clipper real quick. But he looking around and his voice got lower when he said that. So I'm like, hold on.
Man, hold on, man.
Fingernail clipper. I'm like, I ain't got no ID. I just say that just to keep me out of whatever it is you got going on. Because whenever you go borrow the trimmers or the clippers or the fingernail clipper, you got to give them your ID so they know who came and got.
Nah. That's like you putting you booking the Airbnb under your name and shit. Booking the Airbnb under your name and shit. And you got 7 other niggas pulling up to state. Hell no, y'all niggas ain't finna get my car charged to hell.
Yeah, just in case you don't bring it back or it's broke, the police will know who to go get it or whatever the case. So he eventually gets somebody else over there, finesse somebody else over there. He tell them what to go do. Man, they go down there. They get the man their ID. He get them the fingernail clips. He come back up the step, walk over there, hand it to Evil Folks. Soon he handed the Evil Folks shooting the room. Soon as Evil Folks shot in the room, bro, you heard something like a thump, like a hard thump.
Damn.
I don't know what it was, for sure, 100%. But if I had to judge it based off my prison experience, I think somebody got smacked upside the head with something. Bro, probably about 12 seconds later, you hear, yo! Something on the lines of that. Right after you hear the scream, you hear another thump. You don't hear no more noise. Big bro comes from down this way, looking crazy. And like, man, where the hell that noise just came from? Evil room. I said, yeah. He said, what the hell he just did? I said, shit, he just tried to go get some fingernail clippers or something. So he shot down there, snatched Evil door up and went in there, and you hear them arguing, screaming real loud, Evil arguing with bro. Evil Folks keep saying, nigga, get out my business. Bro, get out my room, get out my business. I don't give a about nothing you talking about. Get out my room, get out my business, bro. Bro, get out my room, get out my business, bro. Big bro come shooting back down there, frowned up. I'm like, what's up, you good? He like, man, pull up. So I went down to his room, he got throwing his shoes on. He said, man, that nigga done went too far, bro. He like, bro, I know I resigned from this shit, and I said I'm a G alone before I G wrong, and I ain't fucking with niggas no more, bro. He said, but bro, that nigga out of control, bro. I'm sick of that nigga. I'm starting to grow a real hate for that nigga. That nigga causes too much harm to people, bro. That's what that nigga does, bro. That man hurts people too much, bro. That nigga is a devil for real, bro. I'm sick of that nigga ass, bro. I'm sick of that nigga. I'm finna kill that nigga, bro. On my mama, that nigga finna die. He goes over there to like where his mattress at. And I had to make a split-second decision, bro. Because honestly, I didn't want to see big bro, do nothing to, I'm not gonna say I didn't want nothing to happen to evil folks, but I didn't want him to just go out like that and go crash out. If you do crash out, there's ways to do things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's ways around things, there's ways to do things, but not like this, bro. When it's 1,000 police right here, you know, whatever it is he got going on in that room, I'm sure he's about to get caught for it. He gonna get in trouble for it or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, shit.
Evil must have had a life sentence, right?
Bro. He like, bro, I'm sick of that shit. That nigga's a devil, bro. I'm like, what the hell he doing? He say, bro, the nigga got his roommate in the room using a fingernail clippers, cutting the man nipples off, bro. He said, bro, when I went in there, his roommate laid out on the bed.
How do you even think of that, bro? How do you even think? How do you even think to say, you know what? I'm finna clip this nigga shit off. That nigga is truly pure evil, bro.
Shit just coming all out. He like, bro, he got a big, long print on his forehead. Evil folks got this big-ass bar. Look like he done stole it off of a table. Done used it to knock the man out. This man in there cutting the man fucking nipples, cutting his nipples off, bro. He like, man, I'm sick of this nigga, bro. So I'm like, bro, hold on, hell no. He like, no, bro, because if the police get involved, they finna take that nigga to the hole. I'm about to kill that nigga. So he grabbed, I shot out the door, closed the door real quick. Dude, green lighted his door. Like I say, bro, I just ain't want him to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I go gather a couple of the guys, and we make a decision to go up there. When we went up there, bro, I guess the dude was just waking back up again, or whatever the case was. Because as soon as we got close to the door, that's when you heard that crazy screaming noise again. We pulled the door open, bro. This man is laying back on evil folks' bed. He is bleeding so much, bro. It's like a very heavy drip. It ain't squirting up or shooting out or nothing. It's very heavy and it's just dripping, bro. I seen the man nipple on the floor. I seen one of them, bro. The other one was like hanging by a tiny piece of skin, bro.
Hell no.
I guess he was just getting ready to clip that when we opened the door.
Hell no.
He jumped up, he grabbed that pole, he went telling us, so I stepped in front of all of them because he really kind of fucked it with me more than anybody. I stepped in front of them. I was like, bro, ain't nobody coming in here to do nothing to you, bro. Really, we didn't know what we was coming in here to do, to be honest. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody coming in here to do nothing to you, bro. We just trying to make sure, you feel me? This man ain't finna die.
What the fuck going on?
All y'all need to do is get out my business, bro. I'm like, all right, bro, you proved your point. Just step out the room. Just let me kind of try to make sure, bro, straight, because we not trying to get locked down, bro. You finna get us locked down. You finna get us in trouble again, bro. Niggas tired of going on lockdown, bro. So I was able to convince him to leave, bro. The man walked to the door, turned back around and said, hey, G, hand me that fingernail clipper. He said, hey, G, hand me that fingernail clipper. Big shout out to JR. I know I messed up. Thank you for that. So, he said, hand me that fingernail clipper. I look over there, bruh, it's bloody. Fingernail clipper. The dude done woke up. He ain't even screaming no more, bruh. It's like he's damn near like he can't even believe what's going on. He looks down. When he looks down, he passes out again. I guess he can't even believe it. I don't know if he was in shock. Whatever the case,
So was in shock. So was in shock.
So I don't touch the fingernail clippers. Even folks come over here, he reach over here, he grab it, he wash it off in the sink real quick, he shoot out the room. I snatched some t-shirts out his locker box, told him to wet it, squeezed it on him, just holding it on him like this. I looked up at them, and I was just like, bruh, I hate to say it, but bruh might be right, bro. He might be right. And they're like, what? I'm like, bro, nigga might got to do something to evil, bro, because there's no way.
This shit, we can't keep dealing with this shit, bro. This shit is too much.
No way he bucking like this. Like, nigga might just got to pop evil folks for real, bro, because it's like this nigga think he's unstoppable or something now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all know why he did this? He like, why? So dude was waking back up. I'm like, bro, he said, bro was texting somebody talking about, I want you to play with my nipples and play with my thighs or some shit like that. And then one of the other dudes said, what the fuck they got to do with evil folks? I'm like, that's the point, my exact point that I'm making. That is my point. So, now we in here trying to talk to bro. Cause like I said, we ain't trying to have this heat. You feel me? Come on us like this or whatever. So he said he got down. He could kind of play it, just let him get to his room. He can just hold them shirts on him or whatever the case. So these folks done threw a blanket around this man. Done walked out with him. Yeah, he had to be crazy. Walked out with him so it don't look like don't nobody see no blood or nothing, even though the blanket over him, and walked him to his room, bro. So I went back down there like 3-4 times, just checking on him, you know what I'm saying? He done, you know what I'm saying? He still got stuff on it, but now he done got to the point where it ain't even. It's still bleeding, but now it's like it's not bleeding like
I
It's not
tried
how
to
it
buy
was
you
before.
out
It's
your
not just
room, nigga.
dripping and dripping and dripping and dripping no more. It's like
I bet he wished he would have paid. He would have took that money.
you
Nah,
move it
boy.
off, you can see a little blood bubble up, but it wasn't, it wasn't doing nothing no more. Going back out there, dude, one of the guys came over there, come to my room like, yo, they're like, hey, you got your phone out? I'm like, shit, it's on the charger. They're like, big bro said, answer your phone real quick. So I go over there, I see he done called me about 10 times. I answer the phone. I'm like, it's not bleeding profusively. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I go answer the phone. I'm like, yo, he like, hey, come to the room real quick. I say, bro, I'm not finna come over there for you to be trying to finesse me, telling me nothing. He like, bro, just come to the room real quick, CB. Hang up the phone, I go over there. I'm like, what's up? I put my ear against the door. He said, hey, little bro, I would think about some shit you said, little bro, when you was talking about, why would I put you in a position when you ain't got that much longer to go home and this, and that. He said, and bro, that's right, bro. Sometimes as a leader, he said, I'm going to be honest, sometimes, bro, we pick people that we feel like handle the business the right way. It's not about who got more or less time. And I understood that. He was like, bro, I just wanted to let you know, bro, I got a lot of respect for you. I fuck with you. I had to take time and think about the reason you locked my door. He said, shit, bro, I just want to let you know I respect you. He said, but I need you to do me 2 favors, bro. I said, what's up? He said, man, tell that white boy to go to medical. Tell the police that he tripped out and he got down, cut his own nipples off. He got to say some shit, make them think he was wigging out. Tell him to say whatever he got to say. Tell them he did that to himself so they don't do no investigation coming down here messing with us. I said, that makes sense. I can do that. He said, the second thing I need for you to do, I said, I ain't popping it, though. I thought he was finna say, get my dope popped. I said, I ain't popping it, though. He said, no, that ain't what I need, little bro. But his energy was totally different, bro. Appreciate that design, man. Thanks for that super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel, family. He like, the way his energy was, he just like had no energy, like he was drained. He was like, nah, little bro, that ain't what I'm finna ask you. I said, what's up? He said, bro, pack up all your stuff and go to the hole. I'm like, what? Why would I pack up and go to the hole? He said, CBL, bro, I got love for you. And unfortunately, bro, it's finna be a situation in here. It's finna be a very serious situation in here. And it's something that I honestly don't want you involved in, bro. He said, I want to see you go home, bro. You feel me? I want you to be with your family. You feel me? All this shit you be talking about doing, just go home, bro. He said,
real nigga.
That's the only thing I'm asking you. Please do for me, bro. Please.
Okay, word.
So I was like, go to the hole, bro. I'm just not. What the hell finna happen here that I ain't never seen happen before? He said, it ain't about if you ever seen it happen. It's more so, your affiliation. Yeah. And when certain things happen,
when this shit go down,
try to put things on all kind of people or whatever. He said, bro, I'm just asking you, bro. You ain't got to, but I'm just asking you, do it for me, bro. Just go to the hole, bro. I'm like, how long I got to stay in the hole? He like, shit, you can stay for 1 day and come back out. I don't care. But usually they make you stay in the hole for 30 days anyway. So I walk over there to the white boy room. I'm like, I tell him to play. I'm like, hey, go to medical, bro. Make sure you don't. You feel me? Just make sure, bro. Go to medical.
Yeah,
tell them
you
folks
say it like this, you do like this.
You did that shit. You was tripping out, whatever the case. He like, all right. He leave out. I go to my room, and I'm sitting here thinking and wondering, what could he be talking about to the point where I got to go to the hole? Out of all people in here, what the hell I need to go to the hole for? HK and evil folks have a life sentence, yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
That's what I wanted to know, goddamn.
I'm like, bro, I'm not no bitch. I'm not leaving and going to no hole. Because if I leave and go to the hole, now it's just going to look funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just laying there. My roommate got up, went to doing something. He asked me, he was like, hey, you got going on, G? You been posted up like that for a couple hours. I said, yeah, bro, I'm just thinking about all kind of stuff, you feel me? I'm like, what the hell you think about? I'm like, just about when I go home. I just wanted to kind of get out because he said that to me. He didn't say it to everybody else, so I don't know if everybody else know whatever he got going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I understand why he ain't want you there personally. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't know. Because I really ain't trust Big Bro. Because it's like, nigga, you just tried to do some lame stuff to me. And now you telling me you got respect for me and love for me. You want me to go to the hole. So now I'm thinking in my head, some shit finna pop off. He want me to leave and go to the hole so then he could backdoor me on the paperwork later on.
Be like, oh, yeah, this nigga on some whole shit,
pop off and then he ran to the hole. He abandoned the situation. That's how I'm like, hell no. But he ain't finna get me like that. And we just went to talking about our time, bro, and stuff like that. My roommate, I think he had about 10 left. He had about 10 more years to go. And we just talking. And bro, when them folks locked the door that night for lockdown, bro, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it's something that overcame my body, bro. It damn near felt like something spiritual, bro. And it just was that feeling that I get when I know something ain't right. It was a disgusting feeling, bro. Like, appreciate that, Bricks 220. Thanks for the support, fam. Love the content. Keep shining, bro. It's just like, damn. I don't know, bro. I honestly felt like I didn't need to be in there. I got up middle of the night, started packing my property. My roommate was like, where the hell you going, G? I said, man, I'm finna go to the hole. He said, go to the hole for what? I said, bro, I just need a break. A break from what? I was like, bro, I just don't want to be in here, bro. I just need a mental break. I want to be alone for a while. I don't want to be around people, you know what I'm saying? And after I got done saying what I'm saying, the way he was just looking at me, it just was like, or whatever the case. And he said, I respect it, though. You know what's going on, huh? I was like, going on with what? He was like, shit, what's understood ain't got to be explained or something like that. I'm like, nah, what's going on with what? He was like, come on. He was like, come on, man. You know what's going on, man. Come on, man. Finished packing my stuff up. Next time the officer came around there and counted, hit the window. He like, what's up? I'm like, hey, man, I need to go to the hole, man. He like, go to the hole.
So they knew what was going down for real. This nigga, but since he had that 10, I guess maybe there was like, shit, nigga, you got 10 years left for us, bro. You gonna get with us. I'm not telling you go to no hole.
Oh, for what? I said, hey, man, I think I'm having a mental breakdown or something. I said, I keep seeing my dead friends and family. They talking to me. I'm hearing voices. They keep on telling me I need to hurt my roommate. I said, hey, man, I need to get out of here now, bro. So he was like, all right, hold on. He finished doing his count. He came back like 10 minutes later. He had a lieutenant and one of the nurses with him. And he like, they like, so do you feeling suicidal right now? I'm like, hell yeah, suicidal and homicidal. So they're like, all right, come on, get up out of here. So they took me out the dorm, took me on strip search. I'm in there butt naked, freezing cold. I was in there for probably 20 minutes, bro. The LT came through that's cool with me. Now, when I say cool with me, I mean, done brought the pack for me before. Before I even think about beating on the door to get his attention, man, this man walked straight over there. He say, man, what the fuck you got going on? I say, look, LT. I say, bro, I did not say suicidal, bro. I said homicidal. I said, bro, please get me out of here. I said, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, bro. God, honest truth. Me and my roommate was getting into it, bro. And I'd rather leave before I hurt that man and do something to him, bro. I'm gonna read that super chat when I'm done. I said, I'd rather leave and just go to the hole, bro, before I really do something to that man and hurt that man. I said, bro, they lied. They said, I said suicidal. I said homicidal, bro. Homicidal, you just supposed to go to the hole. Suicidal, never on the radio. He walked off. He came back with my clothes. Threw it through the flat. He said, you know you finna go to the hole. I can't let you right back in the dorm. I said, yeah, that's cool. LT got me up out of there, bro. Took me to the hole. He was like, all right, man, yeah, just chill, man. You did the right thing. You made the right decision or whatever the case is. So I'm like, all right, bet. We leave. We go to the hole. I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning. They doing breakfast trays. I see they got 2 people in the shower. I can see like movement, people face coming up to the thing, but ain't no water running in there. So I know that's people that done came to the hole that's just sitting in there or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here eating the tray because I want to see who they is, see if it's anybody I know. It's Big Bruh, and it's my roommate. That was just my roommate.
Shit.
They coming, once he get done running trays, they coming out of the shower, going to their room. Little bro, my roommate, he went like 2 rooms down from me. Once he got in the room, I hollered at him on the back window. I asked him like, yo, what the fuck going? He like, CBL, stop playing with me, bro. You know what's going on. Stop asking me that dumb ass question. He stopped talking to me. So I gotta wait until they get done, the officers get done doing too much movement before I pull my phone out because we in the hole. I go to blowing up Big Bruh phone, it keep going straight to voicemail, straight to voicemail, straight to voicemail, and then he finally answered. So I know he probably hadn't pulled it out yet. He finally answered. I said, hey, bro, what the hell y'all in the hole for? He said, shit, the same reason I told you leave out the dorm. I don't want you involved in it. I said, why? What reason you said that? He said, we just killed evil folks.
Ooh.
I was like,
ooh, the ending of evil folks. Oh, sick of all that bullshit.
oh, bro. He said, hell yeah, me and little bro ran in there by ourselves and did it, bro. He said, but shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Everybody that got the GD tag on their name in the system, everybody that was in that dorm, finna fuck around and go under investigation, bro. Everybody that came close by that room we was at, everybody that was talking to me when we came out that room, everybody who came in my room to check on me, anything. Man, you know them folk finna put charges on everybody. They gonna say everybody was a, what's it called?
Accessor.
associate, no, not associate, accomplice somehow. He like, bro, they gonna put it on everybody, bro. And that's why I told you, get out the dawn, cause I know you would have pulled up and tried to see you, tried to stop something, be Mr. Peacemaker, and you'd have fucked around and got yourself in some trouble, bro. So that's why I really wanted you to leave out the dawn, bro. And I was like, all right, bro, that's a bit, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't know, it just felt weird, like just knowing that. And eventually, bro, every single person in that dorm, every single person that had a STG, which means security threat group, which is just any gang, blood, Crip, GD, they label you as an STG. Anybody that had a STG as GD inside of that dorm, over time, every single one of their asses came in there, bro. And they was all saying stuff like, man, these folk talking about, they about to put some charges on me. Or, man, these folk asking me this. These folks say they about to send me to 10. Or all kind of stuff like that.
Shit.
But I think 3 of them actually got charges. I think they got like an extra 10 years because they say Big Bro handed somebody the candy bar when he came out the room. And I guess they got dude on camera taking it, trying to go get rid of it or clean it or whatever the case is. And then the other dude went in his room and the other dude went with my old roommate. You know, just checking on them or whatever, going to eat, going down to the room where evil folks' body was at, looking in there, coming out, not saying nothing. They put charges for sure on about 3, 4 folks. I know 3, 4 folks for a fact they got at least 10 extra years just for being involved.
10 extra. Yeah, hell nah, bro.
Those two both was charged with murder. They were shipped off to Jackson, where they got the high max at, where they're still at right now to this day.
To this day.
And bro, it just was a very sad and unfortunate situation, and it's just like shit, bro. That's why I like to roll dolo, especially now, bro. I want y'all folks to know, especially the younger folks, older folks, whatever, anybody, bro. I want y'all to understand that if me and you are friends, there is something that I can do. I can go pull the trigger. You ain't pulled nothing. You can still have your life taken away if you do not instantly notify the police of something that I did. But if I'm your friend, you're not gonna do that, right? You ain't notifying shit because you feel like you ain't finna snitch on your dog. And then they go give me 50 years and then they give you 15 just because they know you had something to do with it or something. You knew something, you seen something, you took the pistol, whatever the case is. Just be very wise, bro, and mindful of
who you kicking it with.
The company you keep, bro. The people you
For real. Shout out my nigga Bill and free my nigga Bill. Real shit. I saw a video. They said something along the lines of like, the nigga was kicking it with his mans and his mans went to make a drug deal. His mans went to go make a drug deal. And when he pulled up, his mans really was just going to rob this nigga and ended up smoking the nigga. The nigga didn't even know he was pulling up to go do none of that. He just knew he was about to do a drug deal. You know what I'm saying? And he admitted that to the law whenever they finally came and got him. But he said he ain't know nothing else. They still gave that nigga double-digit years. I don't know how much it was, but it was double-digit. Shit crazy, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Like the video, sub, comment up, go bark out on my nigga Bill's channel, binge his shit, binge my videos, and we gone, man. ADD like do it, pull it to the Twitch.